Good afternoon, chaps. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday afternoon. Today I'm going to do a lovely fish dish for you guys. A simple fish dish that actually doesn't really require any cooking. It's that simple. What I'm going to do for you is this lovely North Sea cod loin that was caught yesterday. We collected that from North Shields Fish Quay yesterday afternoon. We're going to poach that in red wine. The fish will take in all the flavour, and for wine lovers this dish will be absolutely amazing. To garnish our plate, we're going to do some lovely burnt leeks. We're going to take sections of the leek off. I'm going to show you how to do that, how to burn those leeks. We're going to do some wonderful carrots in a restaurant style, which will surprise you. I'm going to serve that with some asparagus spears. And to bring it all together, we're going to give you a really indulgent red wine sauce. I'm doing this today for a few reasons. One, to the local guys, want to praise the guys down at our local fish quay, do amazing work. Two, to the wonderful produce of the North Sea that is available countrywide. And three, this wonderful book, Chartwell's Independence #Fishtails book. It's something that we're really proud of as a company. Every week, every day on our menus, we serve our children healthy, sustainable, responsibly caught fish. It's been a big part of my life for 2 years now since this book was launched. I've run with it every week, putting on restaurant style plated lunches for our students. In some contract, it's actually changed the contract full stop from to what we do, bringing in these wonderful dishes. So this is my favourite book, #Fishtails. Anybody wants a copy, I can get you a PDF. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by poaching the fish, a really healthy way of cooking your fish. So what I've made is a mirepoix of vegetables. So in my mirepoix vegetables, I've got shallots, I've got the green end of my leek, and I've got some diced carrots. So what I'm going to do, guys, is get those into the pan now. There we go. There's my mirepoix of vegetables into that pan. Into the pan, I'm adding my red wine. I'm using a Merlot because I think it gives the fish a really nice flavour and a really nice colour. So what we want, guys, is to bring that to the boil. So that's our poaching liquor with our mirepoix of vegetables and our fresh thyme. We're just going to bring that to the boil. So while I'm waiting to bring that to the boil, I'm going to start on the garnish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some leek. This is the white end of the leek. I've used the green for the mirepoix. 2 nice pieces per portion. Taking a simple carrot, I've peeled it and I've cut it to about so. So that's the bit that we want, the top end with a nice bit of greenery. And if you look, I took a lot of care to clean around the rim of the greenery because that will be soil and we don't want that on the carrot. So I'm taking 3 nice pieces of carrot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some asparagus spears. You can normally tell where the tender part is because that's where they'll snap. But I'm just going to take off the spear about there, making sure that they're all the same size. So in cooking order, I'm going to pop them into the pan. It's the pan of some boiling salted water, some table salt in there. The carrots, they're going to go in for about 3 to 4 minutes. Next in is my leek. I'm placing my leek in. They're only going to be in there for 1 minute and I will take them out. And exactly the same with the asparagus tips. They're going in for 1 minute. Okay, so the poaching liquor now has come to the boil nicely. I'm just going to season up this cod loin with a bit of salt. And all we need to do at this stage is we just need to place the cod into the poaching liquor. And that is the cooking process for this dish. So what I'm going to do is I'm now just going to baste the fish a little bit, and then with that wonderful mirepoix of thyme, carrots, shallots, leek, I'm just going to turn the heat off now. So I'm turning my heat off, and that fish now will slowly cook in the red wine. I'll just keep basting it. It'll poach beautifully, it'll be nice and soft, it'll be full of flavour. And that's going to cook, guys, in about 10 to 15 minutes. Right, so on with the garnish. The fish is poaching nicely, that's off the heat, and that is the entire cooking process done for the fish now. We're just going to let that rest in there and poach really softly. So, on with that garnish. My asparagus tips, they've been blanched for 1 minute. I'm just going to place those in my bain-marie until I'm ready to plate. The leek, which was in for a minute, that is now out. And it's nice and soft. And my carrots, they've got another 2 to 3 minutes just to continue to cook in my water. So all I'm going to do with the leek is we're going to burn it and char it. So straight down, like so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in a really hot pan. So there we go. The leeks are in a hot pan, charring off nicely. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a spray with some white truffle oil, just to give the leeks a nice flavour. Don't be afraid to burn these leeks. What we want is some nice smoky flavour and some dark colours. So that's the colour that we're looking for. A nice smoky smell coming off those leeks, a lovely burnt look, and the flavour in there now will be immense with the white truffle oil and the leek. What I'm going to sit in my bain-marie until I'm ready for service. So this beautiful cod loin has basically poached itself in this red wine liquor and this lovely mirepoix veg. As you can see, it's perfectly cooked. It's got an amazing colour, and the aromas and the smells of the red wine and the vegetables all cooking together is absolutely amazing. So all we're going to do now, until we make our sauces, we're just going to take the fish very carefully out of the poaching liquor. And all I'm going to do until I want to serve it is I'm going to wrap it in some foil. Keep it nice and hot until I'm ready to plate up this amazing fish tails. So we're at the stage now where we can make this red wine sauce, which will complement the dish very, very well. So what we want to do is we want to pass the mirepoix and the thyme and all those wonderful vegetables that are going to give this sauce a really deep flavour. We need to pass those through. But what we want to do is we want to make sure we get all the juice out of those vegetables. So that's going to form a really important part in the base of our beautiful sauce. Just making sure we get all the juice out of that cooked vegetable into our red wine. There we go, pass it all through. So that's my red wine. That's reduced now by about a half. So what we're ready to do is we're ready to make the sauce. And to finish the sauce, what we're going to do is we're going to take some cold butter and we're just going to let it emulsify in with the red wine. This will give it an amazing colour, an amazing sheen, and an amazing flavour. We call this, as professional chefs, this is Montier Beurre. Any chef worth his salt will know exactly what I'm talking about. But it basically means just to thicken with butter and to finish the sauce and give it its amazing, amazing flavour. So what I'm going to do is just let that butter emulsify with the red wine, nice and slowly, continuing to cook it through. And what we end up with is a really rich, indulgent sauce that will cover the fish and really give the plate that outstanding restaurant quality that we're looking for. Superb. The red wine sauce is reduced beautifully. I've got an amazing sauce. I've got my vegetables ready, and I've already taken my cod loin. I've taken it out of the foil. It's got a wonderful colour, amazing flavour of the red wine in there. And all we're going to do now is we're going to garnish up the plate, ready to serve. So first on, I'm placing on the burnt leek, just like so. I'm then going to sit in these wonderful carrots, just like so. Keeping them nice and tight onto the plate, just like so. What I'm going to do then, guys, is the fresh asparagus spears. I'm just going to rest on the burnt leek, like so. There we go, just so they're all nice and symmetrical on the plate. And now it's time to place on just some wonderful carrot top. There we go, just like so. Beautiful. And now, as you can see, my red wine sauce is nice and thick. Got a wonderful sheen, and all we're going to do is we're going to sauce the plate and we're ready for service. And there we have it. A beautiful poached cod in red wine with burnt leek, baby carrots and asparagus. That is a wonderful fish tales for this week, and I hope you give this a go. A good friend of mine once said, fish doesn't need to be covered in batter, it just needs to be bold. And I hope you agree that is a really lovely bold fish course for you all to try at home. Super simple. In fact, there's literally no cooking to be done. Just put the fish in the poached liquor and let it do its own thing. Enjoy your day, guys. Happy Sunday. Take care. See you soon.